Hi, Taka.
Hello.
Let me check if our test. Hi, Sharon. Sharon,
Hi, Moses. Good to
let me
see you.
check the. Good to see you too. Let me check the our staff, the required one. Okay, let's take a few minutes to wait for them. They're not all here yet. Oh, but we're gonna record this session. Is that okay?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Moses.
Hi, Wei Fong. How are you? Okay, I think we can start. By the way, today Johnson is tied up, so with another meeting, so he will not be joining, but he will be looking at the recording. I guess we can start. How should we start?
Yeah, I think Parker can start. But just before that, right, Moses, is the team aware about File AI, or do you want us to quickly run through a little bit what is File AI about,
Oh
given
yes,
the bigger
please. Yes,
quorums in this call?
yes, please. I think that would be really helpful for some of our staff here. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is Danny in the call as well, Shannon?
I don't see him.
Okay,
Let me
I must
ping
have
him. Yep.
let me do the I will not board the team down with slides, but we'll just quickly go through some of the what do you call that, the components, and then
I'm sorry,
uh
Wai Fong,
yep,
your audio is a little bit muffled.
yeah, I think it's really my
Oh,
I need to
okay, it's
hold it in this
better.
way.
Okay,
Right.
it's better
Let
now.
me do it, and if you can see my screen now. Is it okay?
Yep, it's up now.
Yeah, okay, good. Let me just quickly run through two to three slides max. Found AI is a data platform that transform the unstructured data into structured data and build purposeful to support the complex workflows of organization. Predominantly where you see this particular slide showing on screen, we are good in tackling the messy middle. And what does it mean in today's organization? There are so many input and touch points over to the organization, be it unstructured files, emails, all your communication channels, and so on and so forth. And then we have all the variety of solution or tools to help to transform all this input before it reaches the ERP system. Now, you probably might need to use you see all these various massive needles solution and tools. You probably may need to use a lot of technologies, but Found AI is really good in transforming that, turn the unstructured data into structured data to power the workflow, flow the valuable information that's sitting from various touch points into a valuable database or information that able to fit into your foundations system, be it data lake, ERP, downstream system where you need to do payment over to the let's just say some of the vendors for finance use case, let's just say claim cases, disbursements of the payment over to the claimant, spreadsheet where it fit into any of the business intelligence tools. All this is then you can imagine the massive needle being tackled by Found AI to turn all this used to be information that is unstructured, sitting into silo or paper format, that able to helps to orchestrate the middle part for valuable downstream orchestration within the workflow. Okay. Now, the next slide will then talk about what is FileAI, which is our platform that is the backbone of what we mentioned just now about capturing the data from all these used to be unstructured information, files, variety of models. We prepare the structure schema, come with the governance to make sure that the traceability and audit trail and logs are there, each steps of the transformation. And then with all these grounded data sources, we orchestrate the entire workflow automation. Okay. Any questions? If not, then I will quickly go through this slide and I will pass the baton over to Taka to go through the details requirement that Noses has already shared with us. I'll pause a little bit before I go into this architecture slide. No question? Okay. Now, we tackle end-to-end is beyond turning data from unstructured to structured information. If you look at the middle part, the FileForge platform, predominantly it make up of the at least 16 to 17 AI components. All this work as the major key capabilities from data capture preparation to the platform governance and workflow orchestration that I just illustrated. That is really form up the key capabilities of FileAI, transforming all your manual workflow into an automated format with, of course, intelligence built and store the context and then keep improving in terms of all this information for the compounded enterprise intelligence. Now, before that, obviously, we talk about the variety of the input sources. We have variety of approach for us to ingest the files. Why I keep mentioning files instead of document? That's because that we support variety of multimedia. Can be a PDF, can be an Excel, can be a document, can be a PPT, can be even an audio file, images, and so on and so forth. Variety of format, layout, not to worry. If you have anything from different languages, we also support over 200 plus languages translation. So this is in terms of the format and files that we take in. Then how do we do the automation of the ingestion, which is one thing that I think Moses has already highlighted to us some of the requirements. Should the time permits later, we can quickly talk through the API guide that we have. Otherwise, let's just focus in terms of how we transform the files and then make this information valuable for workflow orchestration. Now, we variety of format for us to do ingestion. We can put it manually by dragging the files into the platform. That is the most conventional way. But in a large scale of enterprises, preferably in terms of API or some of it that you may have a mailbox, common mailbox that you use when you have requests coming in through various requesters. Auto email ingestion is also one of the common use ingestion methodology that we use. Now, once all these are uploaded into the platform, these 17 AI components will then in good use. The first one is data capture. Once it's uploaded, the AI OCR kicks in, and then zero-shot classification kicks in to understand what is this document about, and then start suggesting a schema, which then the data preparations kicks in. If we turn on the AI splitting, that is assuming that you have a large files comprises of a lot of different documents within it, the AI decider will then make the intelligent split to split the large file into multiple smaller files according to the document type, or sometimes that if they are the same document types coming from different vendor, different party, the AI splitting does the job. File forensic is one of the basic where we also hygiene check in terms of the whether the files are authenticity in terms of any inconsistent fonts, photoshops, digitally tampered check as well. Then the data preparations other than the schema preparation for you to begin with, you will see that it comes with citations. We also have the referencing where you can pump in the referral reference documents such as house document, guidelines, rules, databases to cross-check again the data extraction. Enrichment, you will see later on when Taka does the demo. And obviously then the rest are according to your workflow or use cases. We can then use these components to configure how we automate the entire workflow till we get an output that able for you to pump it into databases, ERP system, use cases that we talk about, or any of the report or dashboard, or even an MCP environments where you require to then power any other agents, agentic workflow that you have already built in-house as well. And also not forgetting some of the contextual response that you will be able to get out from the information or files that we have processed. Okay. If there is no question, I will pass this on over to Taka so that you will see the demo live basis on some of the documents and the requirements that Nozes has already shared with us. Do not feel overwhelmed by all these AI components. You will see it live when Taka do the demo. I'll pause for now. Taka, over to you.
Okay, thank you, iPhone. Just a moment. Share. Oops. Oh, just a moment. Cannot share the why.
Maybe need Nozes to make you as a host. Is there a block in terms of screen sharing?
Okay, just a moment. Yeah, I found the screen sharing, but
Okay.
doesn't start. Okay.
Capture window. I think you need to share window.
Okay, just a moment. I log off and log in again.
Yeah.
Checking to the environment. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it happens to me too when the camera locks up.
Right. Is there something that you put up or you already open up the screen sharing for Taka?
Oh, it's already on by default.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let him re-sign in.
There's always a joke, right, in our industry where it works 9 out of 10 times when no one is watching, and then you get on a call with 30 people, and then you can't share your screen.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, that's what happened. So team, if you have any questions, just feel free to shout out and stop us. Make this interactive one for any of your use case. What Taka is already in. Stop off again.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Good.
Okay, let's try.
Charlene just make
Please.
a joke about buying time, waiting you to come back.
I was thinking, how many more jokes must I come up with? Thank goodness you're back.
Okay, now that I shared my screen, can you see?
Yes, it's up now.
Okay. Sure, that I started the demonstration that already in the iPhone I explain about the fundamental functions or the file AIs, and I show you the first and step by step, and I show you the first basic function, and also that I already got some customized requirements, and so that after fundamental demonstrations, and I show you some kind of the customized demonstration how to handle to the such kind of conditions or any other settings, and I show you the later. And okay, back to the screen first, and I already get some samples and already upload injections files. But first, and how to upload the file, I show you. And oops, sorry, UI is Japanese, and I switch to the English. Get back to the English, okay. And the first one, the simple way is manual uploading, and choose the upload from the device. Device means the PCs, and so the click to the like that. Already get the files, and just choosing to the uploading some files. Click once and open, and set up the uploading file. But unfortunately, today and already this file, exact same file that already uploading, and so the message is duplicated, and so that I don't upload it this time. But you can choose the file and select and just click the upload and manual upload file into the FileAI. Or Wi-Fi already
Just one
mentioned
moment,
about
Taka. Just one moment.
yes.
So I miss out the file forensic just now. Detecting same files duplication is also one of it of the checklist that we have out of the box right now, where you already seen that when Taka attempted to re-upload the same file, it's already displaying its duplications of the same copy. Yeah.
Thank you. And other ways that and if you use, and I heard that you use a Microsoft SharePoint and OneDrive or Dropbox or Google, and any kind of the shared drive that you can upload in from the shared drive, or choose the email and set up the specific email. Then if you get sent to the receive to the email to the specific email address, and automatically injections the email body and also the attachment into the FileAI. And another one is you can add into the some, this one is a SharePoint, and any other external data source that you can choose, and also the custom APIs, and Wi-Fi already mentioned about that we provide the APIs, and if you any specific input data source, that case is that you can create a custom API to the grabbing to the file into the FileAI. Okay, and another one I have to explain about before the uploading, and now that of course the language is more important. Of course, and if that you want to use the local language, that you can choose the Thai and here. You can choose Thai. That means that uploading file and grabbing to the data that keep to the keep or translate in Thai languages. But in most cases, the global companies and the base language the English. That case, and you can choose the English. Or my client, of course, and I'm Japanese, and my client, a lot of the Japanese company that choose the Japanese to the default language settings. And again, this demo site is based in English, and so to keep to the some ties, and also that some data is automatically translated in English. Okay, back to the sample file that I already upload file and show you. Open some fun tools, and for example, okay, first one is tax invoice. When you upload the file, left-hand side the original data, and the right-hand side is the captured data that show you some tabs. First one is the AI OCR. AI OCR just capturing the data from the original file. For example, the first one is Canon's, the digital logos, and so that FileAI don't only text, that we can capture the image, and like that, and we can capture the logo image, and also the company information, and the address, and the phone numbers, and also that we can capture the data. And also the downside and some tables and tables and the list, and all data is capturing the OCR. But this time, capturing data is just data, no meaning. And so the switch to the AI scheme, after grabbing data, the AI schema that automatically understand this data, what's the meaning. For example, the 8123 is this one, 8123. This is the invoice number that already tagging to the invoice number is 812305, like that. Or invoice date is 2023, the March 8th, this date, and automatically tagging to the data. That means that not only capturing data and adding to the meaningful and tagging, and so that you can easily understand that this is a document type, and also the document type in Thai, and if you need to the English, and I show you the later how to create an AI schema, but you can adding to the English name document type, or supplier name is also keeping either Thai, but need to translate in English. You can adding to the new field supplier name English. That case translated in English, like that, and all data the capturing, and also the table data. That's the 4 list, and 401, 402, 118, and that one 401, 402, 118 automatically capturing to the tables, and detail of charge, quantities, and the unit price, and all data is coming from this table. And the downside, and the total number is tax amount, and after tax numbers, and the total net numbers, and also the after taxing numbers, like that automatically calculate and tagging to the data. And the first
Let
one
me
is
jump in a little bit,
sure.
Taka, here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what Taka has shown you, a left-hand side as a source document, earlier I mentioned about zero-shot classification. What you seen on the right-hand side, maybe Taka, you hover over to the text invoice, the top black button, the custom where you confirm the schema. The top right, the text invoice top right.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So when he upload the document as fresh, what zero-shot classification means that because FileAI has already trained out of a really large files database, typically when you upload invoice, a bank statement, a contract, any of the document, the contextualizing and the AI components will then start recognizing this is an invoice, for example, in this case. And what it does, not only in terms of the AI OCR, which is the markdown of the source document, because that will then translating into this schema type. What the FileAI FileForge does typically is then already pre-populated most of the data field that you see here income type, admin status, and what's not from the source document data point. And you also, Taka, can you scroll down? Yeah. When you see that the table format, because the invoice transactions are then in a table format, it also suggests that the lines, description, item, or a transaction in a bank statement, best to present it in a table format. It will then suggest you with a schema type like that. Now, then later on, I believe that Taka going to show you how easy is it using AI schema editor, where you then, if you want to add some of the data field, you want to enrich the document with additional data field not available from the source document, such as internet search or reference document from your, let's just say, GL code, or some of the time documents that we often hear and says that, hey, I might need to pass the address into a certain format if I fit in a repository of how does the street name, the province, the village, or what's not, for you to actually enhance the schema. Can it be done? Can be done. So this is what that he's going to show you. Before that, Taka, are you going to talk through the green ticks, the citations?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Waypoint. And before the citations, and have to show up to the another tabs. And now the AI OCR, the AI schema is important, and later the deep dive to the schemas. And another one is JSON. JSON is the output. And I heard this time, of course, on the capture data and the validate comparison and the validation after making a clean data and the pass to the backend system. That case, the JSON format is one of the format to pass to the backend system, and so that you can see what type of data is making output, and also the activities. For example, all activity upload data and the field validation check or download the CSV or Excel file, such kind of all activities are recorded. And so that if something checking to the historical activities, you can check to the activities. And the forensics. And the forensics is checking to the how many times and potentially that something issues and like that. This is not data issues, but the original data is a font size using some part of using a different font size, and so that case and have to need to check like that. Such kind of the forensic risk and show up to the forensic section is show up to the some data. Okay, go to the another. I show you the another data, the citations. Frequent question is AI is not 100% accuracy, and so that sometimes if the AI engine are missing to the data, that how to handle the data. That's a very common questions. Again, this is a citations, and green mark is clears, but one invoice number is ambers. That case is click to the amber buttons and citation is explain about why this invoice number is amber and the need to the checking to the data. And I show you that case and okay. Original data invoice number is AC22/102353. And our OCR capturing the AC22102353, then it looks correct, but our engine is the data is dropped to the S. That case is capturing data, and the OCR data is mismatching. That case is the AI engine that cannot detect which is right information. In that case, the citation mark is amber, and operator that checking to the manuals, and I think in that case, and I need to modify the data to adding to the S. Oops. Like that. Oops. and modify the data and just save changing.
This is one of the conditions whereby it shows that the citations and validation does the checking. If we detected something that is the suggested data field different from the source document, it will then highlight to you and says that allowing the users to do the cross-checking and mark validated after an update is done. Yeah. So, but just note that it's important to note that where FileAI, by default, we do not take in all this information that you key in to train our model because we already train out of a large synthetic database. Only with your consent, we will then capture those information and retrain the model. If it's not by default, we will not. Even on the thumbs up and thumbs down that where you see Taka is hovering over right now, these are all good human in the loop feedback that you can actually provide to us, but only provided that we have captured your consent. We will use all this information to retrain specifically for your workflow or project. Okay. This is part of the guardrails and governance that we put in place.
Okay. Okay, show the another example. And next step, and I show you the how easy to editing to the AI schemas. And the first, the back to the requirements. I got some requirements, and for example, I got some rules. Rule 1, 2.1, the transaction categorizations, VAT eligible. And the information is the checking to the document type. If the document type is a tax invoice, and also the data is a non-zero VAT amount, that case the VAT eligible. Document type is only receipt, and also the or zero VAT amount. That case that's a non-eligible. That's a rule. And so I show you how to adapt to that rules. Okay, this one I created this field, and I show you how to edit. And this button AI schema edit, click. Now that one the VA eligible. The first one is the top 4 button is adding to the new field or tables. Extra new field is create a new field. And the generate a table is create such kind of the list table. Or search field is this is the internet search. And for example, that if you get some kind of the code, and in that case, that code is a standardized code. That's an easy way to the internet search and catch that standardized code is what the meaning can easily check into the internet search. Or cross-checking, you have, for example, the simple example that if you have any kind of the master data, for example, branch code and branch name. And report has only branch code, but need to know the branch name. That case is file cross-checking to the code getting to the branch name, like that. Such kind of the cross-checking file, cross-checking function is we support all 4 type of the field that we support. And I show you the first one is VAT eligible. Now this is the editing function, the click editing, and you can selecting the type of the data type or text or the yes, no, number, the date time, like that. In that case, this time is a text, and field name is you have to need to the adding to set to the unique name field name this type of bar eligible this time, and also this one is a rules. And for example, and you can write down to the natural language that making a rule. For example, this one is a document type. document type field contains the tax invoice in English or Thai, like the tax invoice. I'm so sorry, I can read that, but I guess this is the tax invoice. And tax invoice and condition is and bar amount is not zero, greater than zero. That case set to the bar VAT eligible. If the document type is just receipt in English or Thai, or VAT amount is equal to zero, that case is not eligible. That's a rule. And also that I adding the third rule, if rule one, rule two not apply, that case is just adding to the hyphens. The simple rule and back to the data. This case is the VAT eligible because checking to the document type, including a tax invoice, and also find out that one VAT total tax amount not zero, greater than zero. That case as condition is rule one is adapting, and that case is VAT eligible. Like that, and you can create a new field just using to the natural language that you write down to the extraction prompt and adapting data. And another example, rule 2.2, general ledger GL code, ledger code and GL code. And the rule is 52010 is office supplies, and the condition is here. 02 is the condition is here. 03 is here. And if the no 1, 2, 3, that case is 90, just checking to the 90s. Of course, on the original source file, there is no GL code on the original papers. And so that I also adding to the GL code and editing and write down the rule 1, 2, 3. If the applying this rule, that case the return is 52010. If this rule, these conditions return back to the 02, these conditions at 03 like that you can write down the natural language and the rules and send back to the rule is 10, 20, 30, 90, like that. Again, back to the data. This case, and data is 20. It means something data is adapting this rule, and so the return is 20. The same as and we got the rule 3, and rule 3 is GL code 20, and also the invoice total number is greater than the 10,000 Thai bahts. That case is all automatically splitting out, and cost center is CC admin and CC ops. This is the rule 2, 2.3 and 2.5, and checking to the VAG tax amount is checking to the calculation conditions that you can create. And also the finally audit scanning, and I show back to the ones and like that, and I show you and
Just allow me to jump in some points here.
oh, yeah,
Now,
sure.
Yeah. Now, I have typed something within the chat group. Typically, when we say zero shot classification, the solution does a couple of things. It mark down the document. It's identified basis on the context or content of the document, and then says that this is a tax invoice. And what it does also, it comes with readily available all these data points suggested where you see. Now, the conditions that Taka show, because of all those requirements provided, are not explicitly from the document, but with the instruction prompt. That's where that he is using the schema editor to create a new field where you see VAT eligible, I believe that GL code is also come with certain conditions and rules. Also subsequently, the admin status that you see whether review required and what's not. The first 4 columns, admin status all the way to GL code, are not explicitly from the source document, but it derives from certain conditions even. What he's trying to show right now is how to use the schema editor, put in the instruction prompt to generate these 4 fields, where he's going to show you in detail. So do not worry that, hey, with a long form document, you might need to create all data field, let's say hundreds or thousands. No, the system already comes with a suggested data schema, but only if certain information that you find that you want to add on, not from the source document or missing from the schema suggested, you can use the schema editor to create a field, create a table, create an enrichment using internet search or a cross-referencing by pulling in certain information into the same schema type from the reference document that you fit in. So these are what Taka trying to show you on the screen right now. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to show you the easy one. I think the easy one is original one is a document type is getting to the ties. I think this one I adding to the English versions and just type in translated in English automatically document type getting the document type and translate automatically that in English. That's an easy way to the example for the customize the fields. But like that, and you can add into the data and okay, close it. Now that this document using a custom tax invoice AI this is an AI schema name, but back to the document, and I got around the 40 sample documents. All documents assigned to the same tax invoice AI schema. So that any document click opens, AI schema automatically adding to the custom, also adding to the custom field and automatically getting the GL code, the VAT eligible, and any flagging or admin status. You don't need to create a custom field again and again. Just one time create, and a new document uploading, and automatically assign if the same type of the documents automatically assigned to this AI schema tax invoice, automatically adapting and automatically calculate such kind of the custom data. This time a lot of the variety of the samples, but the most sample is just getting to the data and checking to the AI schema. Automatically get the GL code and eligible or non-eligible like that. And so that after create a document, you can easily using that, okay? This is an AI schema, AI OCR and AI schema. Any questions?
Just one quick question, Taka, about
Yes.
the prompt. I just wanna make sure that we know the limit of what it can do. For example, the limit of how it can reason. From the example, we know that the kind of reasoning if then it does it pretty accurately. What about something that it has to interpret, like say tax regulation, stuff like that? Is there a limit of the reasoning capability for the AI part here?
Reasoning as in you mean limit to fill in how long the extraction from?
No, it's something that is more related to language. For example, in the legal terms, you have to interpret a lot, right? And maybe say if I put in tax regulation into the extraction prompt,
Okay. No issue, because we also deal with quite a lot of legal contracts, long form document as such. That's because we train out of a large database, even terms and condition, legal contracts, all this, that the prompt will be able to make out some meaningful things deriving out of the instruction that you have given. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Any questions?
The more contextual information that you write in the prompt, the better it is by giving you the output that you required. That's where that, hey, if you can fit in more specific instruction, then that's where that the some of the transformation of the output, the enrichment, or some condition formulas, it can be actually generated. Yeah.
Right.
And also then this prompt is any language is fine. And so that now that sample is writing in English, but writing in Japanese or Thai, and any language is fine. Every language is working well in a prompt.
See, that is a question. For each new GL code, do we need to set up the prompt the first time it is used? Yes. So for this case, the GL code are explicitly given as a condition, determined by, Taka, correct me, it is by, let's just say, stationery or pencils, and there is a certain code. Now,
Yeah,
Taka,
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
and
input this as the instruction prompt, correct?
yes. This type this is just sample, and so the very partial data is conditions, and of course, and I think a huge and some kind of the matrix to the each GL code and the definitions, and so that we some way that we support the huge master tables, and one way is just like I show you, then write down to the inner prompt and type in for conditions in the prompt, or another way that I show you some samples and
Yeah, very good. I think you are going to show the reference table.
yes, like that, and so that it's a very small tables, but for example, if the company name is hitting to the some kind of keyword, that case is adapting to the this ID is a GL code, or description is items. Some items and keyword and stationery paper is that case is 10, gym or power or 12, 20, or free flight deliver or something 30 like that. I guess and you have a huge matrix. That case, that's an easy way to the checking the matrix and reference to the checking to the matrix and find out the which GL code is suitable for the each document.
Yeah, that's right. For GL code, most of the use case that we're dealing with GL code enrichment, this is what Taka has shown you. If you have an SAP, Oracle, or whatsoever that already comprises of the GL code with the description, what lines packed into this code, then the suggestion is best used to fit in a reference matrix like what he is showing you. It not necessary with a name or keywords or what's not. It can be even saying that any stationery related kind of description, then code it as ID 52010, or just download one off from your GL matrix from your ERP system, feed it in, and we use the cross-referencing function. Then you do need not to worry every time that you need to keep changing the prompt. The prompt typically says that make reference of this matrix, and then pull the respective GL code for this in item lines. Now, what you need to do, if you have a refresh GL matrix. Then you just need to upload and refresh that reference table. And then that will save you from keep writing, adding in conditions onto that particular prompt. Okay.
Okay, and this is the rule sections. Okay, rule section, and also the getting to the request in okay, export data. Of course, and this data is just capturing and adding to the meaningful data, but need to the export to the connecting to the backend system. In that case, I show you the some ways. And for example, the one way is just checking to the data and choose the download data. And for example, CSV, the Excel is fine, and you can choose the just checking to the data and automatically download data, and you can reuse that data. Or another way, now that the full data that exporting, but some requirement that this one, the CSV format, confirmed the export contained only key fields that I got some fields, data supplier, GL code, net, VAT, the total. Only this data is on exported data as a CSV. In that case, I show you the another way. AI workflows, and I show you, and this is another way to the making easily for making a report for easy like that. And I show you the output first. I adding some additional data, but for extract the data from the four documents. For example, invoice number, the invoice date, supplier name, GL code, and before tax date amount, and total tax, and total amount after tax. And you can see the at glance and four data, and choose the download the CSVs, and you can get this type of the CSV data easily. And also then you can find that, for example, the first record it doesn't have a before tax. That means that something this report is missing data, and so that you have to back to this document and checking to the why that this document is blank. Or another document is no tax data. That case, and back to the original document checking data. And so that at glance, the report is very useful for the auditing also. But easily to create such report, and so that I show you and how to create. And one way is the AI queries, and again, the same prompt, and you can write down and what type of that report you want. You want to download the data. That case, and you can type in a prompt here and run, and prompt create such kind of reports. Or easy way to the configurators, and you can choose check to the which AI schema that you want to use, and also the some kind of if you have any filters, and which data you want to grabbing export data like that. Invoice number, invoice date, supplier name is this one. Invoice number, date, supplier name. Just you can choose to the field you want to use. And also then if you need to some virtual calculations, you can add into the calculation virtual columns, or some kind of the aggregation data that you can add into the aggregation data, and also then you can order and sort, and just apply so that you can create such kind of the data and export data. And so that I heard and export data and manually uploading to the other system. That case, and you can use that data to upload to the third-party systems. That's the show.
That functionality that Taka showed you just now, allowing you to select the data field out from the data schema. Now there are two things that you can do, right? we earlier says that, hey, there are a lot of valuable information from the source document. We can use a schema to select the information or data points that we want. Obviously, the more the better sometimes, but it may not mean that so. In the best practice for you to keep a good database, sometimes that you select basis on your use case so that you can keep a clean data. And the AI schema allowing you to add and hide unused information from the platform with ease. Now, then another way that he showed you, let's just say that I created a schema with 100 data fields, but I only need your, for the zero integration or upload for any of your invoice posting, you only require 5 data fields, right? Then you can make use of the AI query, which is sitting in AI workflows, for you to select the data field required out from the schema and arrange the tabulation column accordingly. And this is particularly very useful if you need the output following the arrangement of the column field, where you use this information fit into certain system need to abide to the tabulation format, or even to feed it into an Excel where you already formularize with all your financial reporting calculation template and what's not. This is particularly very useful. And he also showed you a virtual column, such as the information like that, where the first row missing total amount. You can also create certain operators and says that if there is a missing amount from the column, flag says missing information. Then you can do an easy filter out from this entire data output to find out which is the problematic invoice with certain missing information, right? These are just some of the use cases that you can think about how to make use of the platform and the informations that we have turned into a structured information with ease. Now, these are all just the beginning of a workflow. We can go on. This is really extracting the grounded information for your continuous work. A lot of workflows start with the issue whereby all these are unstructured. Now you can see that with minutes or seconds, you can turn that entire invoice with variety of format layout into structured data like that, that will ease your subsequent workflow. Now, if you have one particular use case in mind with certain steps to carry on after the data is prepped, we also come with the workflow orchestration. That typically, that's why Taka and myself from the AI workflow strategist team that will then recommend which particular AI components will be able to support the automation of your entire workflow. So those are the things that we can then also work together in terms of identifying certain use case to automate your entire use case workflow, where after the data extraction, file transformation, or file workflow per se, into a straight through automated process end to end until it fit into, for example, your zeros integration for you to do payment to the vendor. Let's just see. Okay. Anything else, Taka?
Yeah. Last part is just zero integrations. Okay, last part of zero integration is I cannot show the real demos, but switch to like that. And okay, we have a cell out of box and zero integrations, and so that I don't have a valid account for zero. But if you have, and choose the cell and setting to the make a setting to the connect to the cell to the from the FileAI to the automatically upload the data to the cells. And so that I just show you the interface and like such kind of the configurators and checking to the which data is uploaded to the cells and after setting this configuration, then the automatically connect cell to the uploading data from the FileAI to the cell. I just show you the just interface. I think very quick, but I covered the first scenario to the request to the making some kind of the custom fields and making a report and connecting the cells and I can cover all requirements. Okay. Any questions?
The staff is probably still trying to digest new information. But after this, if we have questions, I could gather them and then forward to you guys, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, of course.
So what have you got to digest? Good afternoon.
Oh, hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Yeah,
Sawadee krap.
stalker suddenly come out, right?
Oh, we've been listening in. Sherlyn and I were discussing, but a lot to digest. We bring a platform packed with capabilities, features, and functions in order to configure workflows, yeah, and obviously the data that feeds into there. And yeah, you've got many clients ultimately downstream where there's a differentiation in a specific workflow. AP in one client might look a little bit different than another client. So what I was discussing with Sherlyn and with the team before is seeing if we can get you sort of that we build a template for AP, for expenses, and that we work on that together. But that's not the purpose of this session. You brought a whole team. So yeah, we're keen for some feedback as well. There was obviously quite a few good questions in the chat that we were looking to answer. So it will be on me to draft a summary, and yeah, I will do that. And based on that summary, if you've got more questions, please consolidate them, put them in an Excel sheet, and then we will answer to them. Yeah. What would you say, Taka-san? Like Kopkun Gozaimasu? Thank you very much. Isn't that a
Thank you
nice
very
one?
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
It's to put a little bit of emphasis on the strong relationship between Thailand and Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're in Singapore. Yeah. Thank you very much for talking us through it.
Let me check real quick if some of our staff may want me to translate. I could as well. So I'm gonna speak in Thai now. But,
Okay, got no delay.
you can probably understand. สวัสดีครับทุกท่านถ้าใครแบบว่าเขินไม่กล้าถามเป็นภาษาไทยเดี๋ยวผมช่วยเป็นล่ามให้สามารถนะฮะมีคำถามthere's a question from คุณชิตาธร Can we also do with the Excel file if the source is Excel file
Chai. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
ได้ครับผม
So any file, we support some 25 to 30 file types, and more is coming. Now also zip files, more formats are coming, .zip, 7C, I saw it on the roadmap. So we unpack that. You can email it in as well. And then we take the body of the email, we take the attachments, even if it's multiple attachments, even if they are zipped. So there's a lot of possibilities. So it's really important to stress all files, all language, all formats, and all modalities. So modality is printed text, is handwriting, is an Excel file, it's a table, it's pictures, images, nowadays also voice, audio. Haja Megha?
Yes, and the second part of the question, can we set the new column and set the rules for each column to, I'm gonna answer the guess. Yes, right. With the calculated columns, you can set those. I'm gonna speak in Thai ก็มันจะมีฟีเจอร์นะฮะที่เขาให้เราเติม calculated column ได้ อันนี้เราก็สามารถเขียนเป็น prompt มาฮะแล้วก็บอกว่ามันต้องจับเลขจากไหนเข้ามาใส่เป็นคอลัมน์ใหม่เนาะ and the third part of the question is can we set master data file for rule matching I'm not sure if I understand อันนี้หมายความว่าไงเอ่ยฮะ
Yes.
master data
Yeah.
file
In principle, yes. So we've got the reference hub. I will leave the details to Taka and Weifeng. You can, in the reference hub, upload a set of master data. Yeah. There's also ways how we can synchronize that if it's stored somewhere else. But if the data isn't changing that frequent, and a code is a code, and the description is a description, and once in a while you need to update that, then you can upload that in the reference file, and then call upon that. Is that the right way to explain it, Taka-san? You are mute.
Sorry. I can share my screen again and show up to the. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I show you the. Okay. This is a cross-checking file, and for example, GL code and reference hub, and I showed today the master very small table, but the master table, the name and description, and pick up the table. And for example, this is an field name, and for example, seller name contain this master table the name. So the seller name is contained in the master table the name. That case is back to the GL code IDs. Or another table is, for example, SIPA name contains also same name, and condition is or. So the seller or SIPA name is contains the master table the name. In that case, is back to the IDs. That's an easy way to the check it, set to the reference file and just save. That's all, and that easily to the checking to the reference file, and again to the show you the reference file. That field checking to the gist name, and if the name is contains, that case and return to the IDs and like that. And so the Wi-Fi mentions and just only maintenance for the gist table. Don't need to modify them every time for the AI schema reference cross-checking fields. Only maintenance for the gist table. Easily update to the master tables. That's a reference capabilities. That's okay?
Okay. Another question, if we have several invoices, can we upload it by folder? Yes. Right. Yes,
Yeah,
you can. Oh, you answered already was. Okay, thank you.
just need a one click setup to connect over to that online folder. Then you can drag and drop all your files in. The other questions that I see right now, the amber that require manual review. Now, that is a very rare cases. You see on out of the box when the schema suggested just now, we say that that's how our Beethoven proprietary models been set up. Majority of the fields already come with very high accuracy and keeping it the original from the source document. Only those that cases, for example, like what Taka showed you just now. The other case that I like to quote this example is like, let's just say you have a document full of dates, and the dates are consistent throughout in the document October 1st, first stroke 10 stroke 2025. And just somewhat in the signature undersigned, someone signed the document supposedly to be 1 stroke 10 stroke 2025, but it then being erroneously omitted 1 stroke 0 2025. We found AI with that contextual relevance and information. It will then say that, hey, because the document has a consistent dates throughout 1st October 2025, now I'm suggesting that the undersigned, it could be an error done by the signatory. And then I populated the file, the data field with 1 stroke 10 2025. That's where it will then flag as required review because it is not as per the original document. There is some minor transformation done basis on the intelligence of the model, and then obviously required review. So it will be very minimal edge cases that you will see that require manual review. Would that answer what you're concerned about? Very time consuming, and often or not, this mark review we will suggest to really go through during the implementation stage where the UAT is carried on. And then for that, once it's all being validated, when you upload all the rest of the similar document that's supporting your workflow or new vendor invoices, typically you don't have to worry about the same things may happen.
คำถามอีกไม่เอ่ยครับ I guess that's oh yes ครับคุณสันครับ
Yes, I got a question. Regarding the AI OCR and AI extraction, I just wonder if the extraction prompt really applies on the OCR or the scan document. Not sure if you get my question right.
Yes, I understand your question. Yes, so in the prompt, you define what it is that you want to extract. So you say first name. I want to extract the first name, no spaces, and always start with a capital first letter. Yeah. So that's what you can define in the prompt. You can define what you want to extract, and you can define how you want to format it. How do you make up?
Yes, but I
Okay,
have another question. If I
yes.
want to categorize something like some documents, it is original. Some document is original and it has a wet ink, but some
Yes.
and a copy doesn't have wet ink.
Try.
Can
Try.
you categorize something like that?
let me answer that in a generic way. We have had similar use cases before where we had to look at originals, non-originals, but we do want to see an example so that we can confidently confirm it for that use case. We've had requests for stamps, official stamps, embossed stamps. We had to look at signed handwriting and printed handwriting. And these can be configured in prompts, but we really like to see a example. So I'm quite confident, but as I said, let's prove it by a sample. Taka-san? Yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. We can support that.
Yeah. Good question, Kun-san. Kokomak. So also prompts on pictures. So for extraction, so for what is it called? Text recognition, image description, and object detection on pictures is working out of the box together with prompt, with natural language. We don't need to configure anything for that, but we'd like to look at your specific situation so that we can guide you on how to write that prompt and get the best result.
Actually, another tricks that we have been using, because all of us are going through the phase of prompt writing, you can actually use the FileAI, create a new field, and then you say that just illustrate your conditions in a very layman format. And you say that, hey, give me a proper prompt for me to actually achieve your ambition. From there, that schema or new field created will then give you a prompt. You treat the schema or the super agent where you can, I think Taka, can you just quickly share again where is the super agent function? One of the tricks that I often use or the team use is actually using that schema editing, write something and say that, hey, I'm a financial analyst, I am a finance ops where handling AP use cases, I need this particular field, just write something, right? And that's where that the model will then give you and says that, hey, follow this prompt, something like that. It also is a trick for us to shortcut how we able to actually pick up in terms of a more better prompt writing as well. The more you write, the more you will get used to it. Yeah. But typically, the basic extraction of the data points will be then all being extracted and come readily for you to start off. You don't have to worry that you need to start creating all the 100 data points prompt instruction from scratch. The only things that maybe you are more concerning is those more complex prompt where Taka fill in with certain conditions that you require. Validation prompt. I think this doesn't mean the AI validation, the checkbox, right? You are referring to the reference condition where we want to do the validation across the house doc. Am I right? Kun Sun To Wong.
I saw this on the demonstration, and they have a box of validation prompt where we type in the validation prompt, and this is
Okay.
below the extraction prompt. I don't.
Yeah, it's just a
understand what it
prompt
is.
writing. it simply means that you give the instruction on the prompt to say that you want to do a cross validation against certain conditions. Extraction will be more basic. We'll just say that, hey, extract or display the account number from the source document. Validation, basically put in your validation rules and says that I want to cross-check this particular field against something. So it is just a prompt writing by feeding in more instruction to get the output that you need.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Anyone with more questions? Clap. 3, 2, 1.
1 2 3 เสร็จแล้ว
Yeah, I guess that would be the question set that we have for now. So the next action for us is to follow the timeline that we agree on the test execution, and our team will start executing the test. What about the regular catch up? What do you guys have in mind? Weekly or daily, or we can play by ear? Is there? Oh, I'm talking to you guys. FileAI. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to give the answer yourself, but I suggest play by ear.
Okay.
You guys also have public holidays coming up next week, or is it not?
Yes, we do.
So
Yes.
I suggest we play it by ear, but if we need a little bit of a heads up. So what we could do is we could look at a Monday or Tuesday. I think holidays starting Wednesday. Public holidays.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
okay.
Yeah, we can play with it by ear. I think that's all the things I have for this session. And you guys?
Yeah. So today is Tuesday. I'll send out the summary. You consolidate the questions. We'll see what are the level of those questions, whether we can answer them sort of offline or whether it's valuable to jump into a call and explain it, the concept behind it. We just want to make sure that it's properly understood. And yeah, with a little bit of lead time, today's business days, then we should be able to sort of get a 30-minute session into the calendars. Our time difference isn't that much. Yeah? That's what I would propose. Yeah, and if that means that Thursday or Friday, maybe Friday, and we need to jump on a call on Monday, Tuesday next week, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so
Okay.
much for you guys' time to train out this solution.
Our pleasure. My palai. ขอบคุณมากครับ
Now, catch up with you guys later. Thank you so much.
Thank
ขอบคุณ
you.
นะครับ
Thank you.
Bye.